From the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
The world is about to feel.
This part right here is the important part. This part right here is the important part.
Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know.
Right here, listen to what Pharrell says, okay? Because this pertains to me and the AI meme generator. I gotta get a new dad hat. This one's worn in pretty bad. Can't do this at the office. That's for sure. Can't do what? Bro, were you not here, Viz Shadow, for the last office I had? That shit was W's. Tequila Shadow, I'm leaving. Peace. All right. AI meme generator. Listen to what Pharrell says.
Push
The world is about to feel something that they never felt before.
Yes. You're all fucked. You're all in big fucking trouble. Because when me and AI get together to make fucking memes,
it's over. It's over. The conversations I'm going to have with AI. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't wait to see what we fucking muster up. I can't wait. What's up? Good morning. Which one was the winner? Lines at lunch said 1 to 4. You use StreamYard. Let me get Biev in here. Or not Biev in here, but I'm going to send him the link. He's coming in at 11:30. Good morning. It's 11:10. I'd like to get right into it and talk Valspar. Is that okay with you guys? See you at 11:30 EST. Biev's coming in. I want to talk hoop with Shady Biev. Looking forward to it. W's for everybody letting me know about McNeese State. Twizzy, I see you DM me. Don't worry, I'm all over it. Gonzaga's going to whoop that fucking ass. That's what I think. I am, unfortunately, I am the no fun police. Let's visit this tweet. What's the site you use? Because if you can figure it out, it's going to be easy for us to use. Oh no, why? What happened? WDGen, I see my alter ego Clammucker 3000 here. Dude, Ron, for the longest time, I thought that was you. I really did think that was you. Virginia is really good at basketball. Yeah, we're getting into golf. Xander to win. Let's move on now. Look, hey. I have been cold. I have made a lot of bad bets, and I'm going to make bad bets. I'm going to get hot. I'm going to get cold. Everybody's going to do it. That's what happens when you gamble. But let me tell you something right now. If you bet Virginia after what you've seen from Virginia, brother, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Well, I guess look at that. I bet on UCF. So who the fuck am I to talk? I'm over here fading USF, but God damn it. You know, there's a little something added to that Virginia bet. If you bet on Virginia, you really wanted Virginia to win. Why would you want Virginia to win? Fucking bozo. Why would you want Virginia to win? Why? I don't get it. I couldn't believe my fucking stomach was in a knot when I saw idiot Greg on Virginia last night. You know, come on. Got to be better than that. Anyways, let's get some golf talk going in here. Fucking W's. Is there a golf emoji? I got to make some emotes. I really like the fucking vibes that that MJ sets on Ramble when he does the test tubes. I'm not going to necessarily go that route. Again, I try not to be a swagger jacker. I just opened up the window. Can you guys hear that? They literally just started like jackhammering. Pause. Hold on. All right, but anyways, Bats, thank you for making me emotes a while ago, by the way. I don't know how to do it, but guess what? This is a year of learning, okay? I took Spanish classes last year. I couldn't figure that shit out, but I did try. I remember 25 years ago, Unc was talking about his UCF future. Yeah, I did that. Seabaz, dead ass, do you think the Degenerate family could put up more than 14 and a half in a men's league game? Honestly, man, we're not big. Well, Jake's thick, but Jake has a shot. That little fucker. He does that kind of shot where like he barely jumps, like barely leaves the ground, and he's got all wrist. That motherfucker, he'll miss his first two, but then he'll make his next three. I'm heart and hustle, good defense, can rebound, can dribble, can pass, cannot score. Greg, I don't know what Greg could do. Greg played no, he didn't wrestle. I don't know what Greg could do. Greg played lacrosse. It's not that Greg is athletic. He can run. He's got a lot of stamina. Greg can set a lot of screens. That's what he can do. Yeah, DC Bets. That's exactly right. The cardio king. Greg would be the guy just run around the court the entire time. Greg would be the guy that says, I'm open. But it's like, you're like, motherfucker ain't gonna. He's going to shoot and get blocked every single time. EJ Willie with a sub bank 12-month. Happy anniversary. Yeah, let's visit this. He did. He played lacrosse. Yeah, he played football for a little bit. He was a wide receiver. That didn't last super long. I don't know that he could fucking catch. People aren't happy about this, but I'm here to tell you. That this shit ain't hitting. You ain't beating fucking Sadie. You know what though? What am I doing? We're talking Gelf. All right, we're talking fucking Gelf. Let's go DraftKings. I like FanDuel, but I don't know, for whatever reason. God damn it. For whatever reason, it doesn't really pull up. All right, hold on. Here we go. Let's go to golf. Valspar, baby. Valspar Championship. So I went to this tournament once. It was a good time. Very quickly, me and some buddies were in Tampa for we were in Clearwater for fantasy football weekend, and we had a great time, but it was definitely too aggressive of a day. We golfed 18 holes. Then we went to the tournament for like an hour, just ran through, saw as many golfers as we could, maybe 2 hours, and then went back, fucking had like dinner reservations. It was a long day. So I didn't really get to enjoy it. I didn't really necessarily get to learn the course that much. So it's very in and out. But from what I remember, I didn't think the field was that thick. Like I think this was a tournament players took off for the most part. But I like the guys that I'm seeing here at the top of the board, top of the odds board. No Scheffler, thank God. No more fucking Scheffler. Doug Gim, you guys like Doug Gim? Greg under receiving yards, hilarious. Scotty ain't playing, so someone has a chance. Thank God. I'm not even religious, but thank God for that shit. What's up? Good morning. I see we got 58 people in here on Twitch, nice and early. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Let's look at the top of the board. By the way, pour one out for BK. Can we have a moment of silence? Can we have a moment of silence for Brian Kirshner? Seriously. Because I love BK. His outrights last week were outstanding. He had Xander, he had Wyndham, and he had Brian Harmon. Going into the weekend, those were three of the top four guys. The only guy that could have fucked him was Scotty Scheffler. Sure enough, Scotty Scheffler fucked him. Raw. What Scotty did to him was terrible. Yep. Why would he not live Scotty? I don't know. He bent over BK. Yep. I texted him too. This was our text exchange. I texted BK. I said, I'm so sorry. And I Apple paid him $25. And I said, beer's on me. And he said, thanks, dude, but I don't have Apple Pay. Back-to-back bad beats right there. But then before I could, I said, well, I tried. Can you send it back? And then he said, I set it up. He couldn't wait to get that $25. But I talked to BK. I guess BK knows anytime he wants to come on, he can come on. If he doesn't text me or say that he can come on, I'm just going to assume that he's busy, and I'll respect his corp life. Just like you guys respect mine, and I appreciate that. I know there's like a handful of people out there that still refer to me as a 54-year-old with no job. That's all right. I'm not going to bark back on that. I get it. If I saw some old guy streaming in the middle of the day talking about fucking Igor Shesterkin shutouts every afternoon, I would think this guy fucking has an inheritance too. I get it. But here's the thing. All right. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, obviously the bracket starts. Tomorrow, we're going to live sweat my POD, Michigan State, Mississippi State first half under. I have a 10 a.m. appraisal in the city. It doesn't take that long, but I'm probably going to be a little bit late. So we're going to start a little bit later. I hit up Javon. I want to make sure because I'm respectful of other shows and whatnot. They're not doing DTL, so we have the afternoon open. So we're going to live sweat that. Put it on your calendar. Soaring, hilarious. W inheritance. Yeah, 54, no job, inheritance, W's. He wasn't sending that shit back. No, he wasn't. Hilarious. I bought half under 131. Yep. Igor shutout hook. Yep. Senators team total under last night, 2.5. They ended at 2. And then the Blues. I played the Blues on the ML and the 1.5. They got the 1.5. They couldn't get the ML. Son of a bitch, up 3-2, lost 4-3. What are you gonna do? What else did I do? I lost UCF first half. It was a terrible bet. Lost UCF to win the NIT. Terrible bet. I just kind of went with my my bias there. I saw UCF. I liked them. Not good. All right, let's talk Valspar in all seriousness. Shoffley at 650. Look, Xander, I give Xander a lot of credit. Xander played really fucking well last week. The problem with Xander is he did what Xander does, and he pooped his pants. I'm sorry, but I can't bet Xander until he proves to me that he will go a Sunday without shitting his pants. Yeah, I agree. I'm just not a fucking Xander guy. I'm not. Here's the problem I'm gonna have. I like a couple of these top guys, but I don't want to play a ton of them. I don't want to make a lot of bets in this tournament. I have not hit a golf bet this year. I've had 3 second place finishes in a row. That doesn't matter. But like the process was processing, as BK says, our friend BK had some really good reads. Had Spieth once early in the year. I think he finished second or third. But I'm not feeling it yet. So I'm going to scale back. Sometimes I'll do, 6 outrights. 1 or 2 guys at the top, 3 guys in the middle, 1 or 2 long shots. You know what I mean? I love betting golf. It's my favorite sport to bet on. But I want to play some dudes, but I don't want to spray the board. This is going to be really hard for me to trim the list. The Poopy Pants brought to you by AT&T. Very funny. Woke up Sunday, saw you Xander Classic Pants pooping, and knew it had to hit. Wyndham seems like he's going to cement himself as a top 35 this year. Might win another major. Thomas, I don't disagree one bit. Thought maybe it was a little fluky. Wyndham Clark will forever be scarred on me. You know what I mean? Like when you lose bad beats, especially in golf, they're scars. That motherfucker beating, was it Aberg? Shooting a fucking 12 under, whatever that was, that stupid day. Cocksucker, man. I respect Wyndham Clark. Who are your horses towards the top? Let's talk about it. Oh, I don't mind Eric Cole. Let's talk about it. Everybody can see this, okay? I think you guys can. Let me just tell you right now. Sam Burns is like probably my favorite golfer. I'm gonna pass on Burns. I am. I probably shouldn't, but I think I'm gonna pass on Burns. JT and Jordan Spieth. I just got my dose of Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth. I bet these 2 fuckheads last week at the Players. Neither of them did a goddamn thing. Neither of them. My card for the Players last week was awful. I had these 2 fucking jokers, jabronis, and then Min Woon Lee, who didn't do a goddamn thing. But here's what you should know. In sports betting, we're a game early, we're a week early, we're a day early, tournament early. Spieth and Thomas. One of them will probably do it. Why? You want to know your analysis? Because I had them both last week and they missed the cut. Or close. I don't know if they both missed the cut. Yeah, I know. Stanley, actually, and I'm not insulting you. I don't think that's sneaky. I have been told per sources, Sepp is the most tipped golfer this weekend. And if you guys don't know what tipped means, apparently tipped means basically most popular, from what I understand. There's a tracker out there who tracks what golf cappers are betting, and a guy that's on the most cards is Sepp. Listen, I love Sepp. Fuck me, I'm a square. Hey, listen, square guys hit. I love Sepp. Burns 2024 has been solid. Putter has been hot. Yep. I saw a TikTok and someone called him Big Titty Sepp. Chef Minwoo top 10. Don't mind that. I love Sepp. BK says he invented like 17 golfers. I will say I invented Sepp. Sepp came on my radar at the Olympics when I had Xander. Sepp was first round leader. He was a dog. And I was like, wow, this guy can play. And then he fucked me. That's how it takes for you to start respecting the guy. Whenever they fuck you. Don't clip that. Sepp came back and beat Shane Lowry when it started raining at the Honda a year ago. I respected Sepp. And then I hit Sepp. Sepp won me like $5,000 last year. But here's the problem. Sepp cannot handle the spotlight. Sepp can't handle being mainstream. He just can't. For whatever fucking reason. I'm not happy about it. I don't like it. What's up, huge cubes? New follow. What's up? Shout out to the followers yesterday. PhD, straight jazz, oh yeah, W Raid betting news, by the way. W. I don't really know who's part of the betting news, guys. Maybe I should get more familiar. They seem like good dudes every time they pop them on my Twitter. I got to get more familiar. Maybe I'll have one of them on the show one day. Lights too bright for Sepp. Yep. Sepp bang last year. Yeah, Sepp was a fucking dog. Yo, what are you betting on? We'll get there. DGen would love a golfer who has no heart. Makes sense. Not true. Dude. I'm thinking it. I've had Xander and Zal the last 2 weeks. I'm so sick of Scotty. Dude, I am so sick of Scotty. So sick of him. So I Wyndham is going to win the Masters this year. He loves this tournament. Crazy good Thursday pairing with Cam Young and Finau. Shit, man. Guys, this is going to be tough. This is going to be really fucking tough. I'm telling you who I'm not betting on. I'm not betting on Xander. Oh, got you. Golf. We're talking. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk golf. For about 10 more minutes, Shady Biev's going to come on. We're going to talk bracket. That's what we're going to do. I'm telling you, whatever Brian has, he's so due after that week. Yeah, you're right. He might take a week off, though. Here we go. I'm not taking any of the 5 top guys. I'm not doing it. Harmon, Spieth, Thomas, Burns, Schauffele, but it would not shock me one fucking bit. It's not going to be Xander. It's not going to be Harmon. Either Spieth or Thomas, and then Burns is always live. Finau could be a good play at this course, but I'm going to hold off on Finau as well. Cam Young, I am a sucker for Cam Young. Maybe I shouldn't be. I am a fucking idiot sucker for Cam Young. Sung Jae at 28-1. Why does he keep getting so much respect? You know? Why does Sung Jae? I used to love Sung Jae. I've hit Sung Jae quite a few times. But I'm not just going to go to him blindly. I'm just not. As much as I'd like to, I'm not going to do it. Why aren't we betting on college baseball? I can't, dude. No, I do respect Noah, though. He's one of my favorite followers. W Noah. I really wish Deeks was playing this week. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Sung Jae, I can't do it, but I will tell you this. I'm having a hard time turning the Sung Jae page. I'm not doing Minwoo. Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you this. If Minwoo's up there with guys like fucking Finau, Burns, I don't know. I think Minwoo would poop their pants. Or I think the established guys wouldn't fear Minwoo and they'd come after his ass. I'm not going to do Sepp at 35-1. I think he opened 60. That's insane. Nick Taylor is interesting. Nick Taylor's very interesting. You know I love me some Seabez. Finished second, 150-1. No big fucking deal. Asshole. Who fucked me on that one? Dunlap? That fucking amateur? I'm so pissed. So pissed. I'm not going Gim. Thomas has 3 top finishes in 7. Wow. Yeah, it's probably going to be fucking JT, isn't it? I could always get down with Keegan Bradley. And you know what's funny? At this tournament, the first time I ever even came across Keegan Bradley was at Valspar. And my buddy that I was with, Bogey Party, I don't know if he's in here watching, he didn't like Keegan Bradley. He said he's kind of a schmuck. But I was like, damn, Keegan Bradley is a big motherfucker. I couldn't believe that shit. He's a big motherfucker. Might go Keegan Bradley. This might be the only guy I play on this top page. I am thinking about Finau. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Sung Jae or Cam Young. I really am. There is a world. The Chewy with a raid. Chewy with a raid. Party of 3. What's up, Chewster? W Noah. Sub Bank 17-monther. Sub DJ. What's up, Chewy? I hope the Bulls lost last night, but W Chew, good to see you. Nothing personal. Keegan, best value on the board. Yep. What did Chewy have for breakfast? Let's hear it, Chew. Let's hear it. How was your stream? I hope it was great. Let's hear it. What did Chewster have for breakfast? Let's guess. I'm going to say toaster strudel. Toaster strudel. W fucking Chewy with a donut for breakfast. I love that. Donut was fucking air. Donut was minus 250. I didn't want to lay it. Didn't want to lay it. All right, let's get back to the board here. We got to finish up. We got Biev coming in. Okay, look, there is a world where I just close my eyes, clench my fist. It's not good for my hemorrhoid. You clench your fist, you close your eyes, and you just take Cam Young, Scotty, Keegan. Call it a day. Cam Young, not Scotty, I'm sorry. Cam Young, Sung Jae, Keegan. Call it a day. Cam Young, Sung Jae, Keegan. Call it a day. Morning, DJ. How about them Bruins? W's. Starting the day off right. It all good. But let's keep going down the leaderboard. Someone said they liked Aaron Rye. I don't hate Hadwin. I'm out on Cam Young now. No worries. No worries. Somebody said they like Keith Mitchell. You know what? I don't hate Eric Cole. Mav. I love Mav. I can't get there with Lucas Glover. Can't get there with Taylor Moore. I don't mind Taylor Montgomery. Nick T, top 20 POD. Dude, may I ask, why is he 35-1? There's always a guy out there when you look and you're like, he's got a lot. He's short. Why is he so short? I don't have a good one. It's just I just accepted he might be my FOMO pick. Keegan playing like dog meat right now. Yeah. Mav is already rich from family. SG rich family. What does that mean? Who Mav has family money? I don't even know what that is. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that. He doesn't need to win. That's a very interesting narrative. Okay, take him as the cut. Don't mind Taylor Montgomery. I played Taylor Montgomery a few times. Okay, wait. Let me ask you this. Is there a little value on Billy Ho? Tell me there isn't value on Billy Ho. Billy Horschel. What's Billy Ho done this year? Oh, he missed the cut. Okay. He's missed 3 cuts. He missed the cut last week. It was T41, T9 now. Maybe there's not. Ask Biev who he's taking. Yep. Well, I'll ask Biev about. No, Biev isn't a golf better. Biev is not a golf better. So, okay. Billy Ho is. I thought Billy Ho was going to be a problem. I really did. Have him to be the leader of round 1. Yeah, Berman. I don't hate it, man. I don't hate it. Might be a little value there. Akshay Bhatia, 80-1. You know, I love Sam My Ambitions as a rider. I fucking love it. Patrick Rogers is looking at me funny. No to Victor Perez. No Ryan Fox. Somebody said Joel Dahman. I'm good. Berger. This is a pretty good number on Berger. Probably means he doesn't have a fucking chance. I love me some Ben Griffin. He's not going to win shit, though. Dylan Wu. Ooh, I always love me a little Taylor Pendrith. Whatever happened to fucking Seamus Power, man? Keegs, Thomas, Sleuth, Sprinkled, Dahman for me. Okay. Nick Taylor went top 10 last year at Valspar. Oh, did he? Got you. So we got good course history. Nick Taylor is a baller. That's why he's 35. One great approach player, good scrambler, which you need for this course. That's true. Is Nick Taylor the guy that won the waste management? He's a Canadian lad? Is that Nick Taylor? I think fucking Ollie hit Nick Taylor. You let me know when you're ready. You're cooking right now. Yep, McNeely top 20. A couple more minutes, Beef. But you're watching. I'll give you the go ahead. Canadian. Yep, McNeely top 20 plus 300 is my POD degen. All right, Sam. I don't hate that at all. All right, I think I've decided. Here's my list. My long shots. I don't know why. I don't hate Scott. I like Scott Stallings a little bit. Maybe I should. Here's what I like. Alex Smalley. He always makes it move a little bit. Kuchar. No, I'm not going to do Kuchar. No Davis Thompson. Ask Beef what he likes. Beef, I'm going to, Thomas. Beef doesn't bet golf. Chesson Hadley. I love me a little Chesson Hadley. I don't really know why. These are guys I just keep betting because I think they're going to fucking turn up. All right. Long shots. Gary Woodland one time. Don't hate that. Long shots for me. Berg. I don't hate Billy Ho. Why do I not hate Billy Ho? You know what? I'm fucking putting Billy Ho in there. Come on. What's $20 on Billy Ho? More of a 5'10" guy myself. I have a good long shot. You don't have shit. All right, here are my long shots. Billy Ho, Berger, and Monty. Berger, 90. Taylor Montgomery, 65. Horschel, 80. Nobody in the hundreds that I'm playing. Yep. And then the three guys I like, I'm going to go Keegan at 40. Man, now you got me thinking about Nick Taylor. I'm going to pass on Bez. I don't hate Hadwin. Beef, you can roll on in. I'm wrapping up here in a minute. You can log in or whatnot. It's going to be Cam or Sungjae for me. Cam or Sungjae. My three guys that I'm going to war with. Nobody at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess Cam is kind of at the top. None of the top six guys. I'm going Cam or Sungjae. I'm going to do that. Cam or Sungjae and Keegan. Cam, Sungjae, Keegan. Long shots. Berger. Horschel. Tamo. That's it. Yeah. Yep. You're right. Sam Burns, ultimate FOMO squad. Stallings, FOMO. Not really Nick Taylor. He's not really on my FOMO list yet, but I like Nick Taylor. I'm not there yet. I'll tell you, if he wins again, though, this dude might be for real. Nick Taylor and fucking what's that fucking guy's name? Wyndham Clark are dudes that more than deserving of respect. All right. Again, good morning. If you're just rolling in here, I see we got 85 on Twitch. We're going to switch over to bracket talk here. BYU will win by double digits. Horrible matchup for Duquesne. I've got just a couple Grand Canyon to the Sweet 16 though. Oh, interesting. All right, Biev. Good to see you. Welcome to the board review. How are you in Iowa?
I am good. Sadly in Iowa still, but I'm good. What's up, chat?
I don't think that's so sad. It kind of sounds like a gem of a place.
Des Moines okay. Everywhere else is kind of.
What about Boise?
Boise's not in Iowa. It's in Idaho.
Oh God!
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. Let's cut that. All right, good to have you on here. I respect your I respect a lot of things of your Twitter approach, but let's just get right into it. I think you're somewhat of a ball knower. It seems like you're having a very good college basketball betting season. Are you? Do you typically bet 2 units, or do you fluctuate?
I mean, I say like my unit is $100 because it's so confusing to do $150 units. So like I do a unit and a half on everything. I don't think I bet $100 once this season. But
that's crazy. So you just can't do a unit.
Yeah, not really. But I mean, I would say 150 is my unit.
Oh, you would say 150 is your unit.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Track it as 1.5 because I'm not sitting there doing it. Because like $200 would be like a good bet. $300 would be a nuke in my opinion. So I'm not going to do that as 2 units. That's going to be 3.
Okay. Yeah, it does make sense. How old are you again?
25.
Okay, so you've got some experience betting on March Madness. I think you played college basketball or some sort of college basketball. How do you feel? I feel like every March I go into it like on a confidence scale, of 1 to 5. Sometimes it's closer to a 5. Sometimes it's like I have no idea. I've had round ones where I've literally probably bet 5 games and I've gotten a feel for the teams, and then I've gone all in on the next rounds. How do you feel with this tournament and the bracket? Not so much of filling out your bracket, but round one betting. Do you feel really confident? Are you spraying the board? Or are you going to be selective?
Yeah. So last year I had a good year. I would say not even close as good as this year, but I also felt the same way going into it. I remember round one I got just fucked on. Like it was, lost everything. Like got killed. I don't know. March is weird. Like yesterday, I thought I loved Howard, loved Virginia. Thought I was super sharp. Yeah. I know, and they were terrible plays. So we'll see. I'm hoping I don't get screwed this year. I've got a lot of plays I locked in and I loved at the time, and then I see some people that I respect that are completely on the other side. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, I want to go region by region. By the way, how much time do you have? Is like 15, 20 minutes okay?
Yeah, 20 is perfect.
What's that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So I just wanted we don't have to go game by game, but I want to talk about the regions. The East region. In my opinion, I'm getting shit for it left and right from my friends. Obviously, I'm a bit
Is there any way we can like pull this up so I can just?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't even fucking think to do that. Can you see this?
Yep, it's perfect.
All right, so the East. This is my bracket. I unfortunately I can't eat at the squares table, but I do think there are times when you just have to accept chalk is chalk. I think UConn is the Scotty Scheffler of this tournament. I think they're going to ruin the fun and just repeat. But with that said, they are in a really, really tough bracket. I mean, a tough region.
Yeah.
So I get it if people don't like it. I'm surprised they're as popular as they are because it's hard to repeat and they have a tough draw. But they are 25% of the brackets have them winning it all. Maybe they go down. I'm not really seeing it. But just cut to the chase. Who do you have coming out of this region?
I believe I also have UConn, but I'm not. Okay. It depends. I have a couple brackets. If I had to pick, it'd be UConn, but I have them losing to Auburn in one of them as well. But at the same time, I have a big disagreement with that FAU pick. If you haven't seen, my pinned tweet is a $500 bet on Northwestern money line. So big disagreement there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's what I'll say. This is what I love because I would prefer to disagree more than agree and just fluff each other up while we're doing this. Here's where I'm at with this game. I don't love FAU. I would consider them the square play. And again, every time I take a square bet, it doesn't hit. So you're in very, very good shape. But don't you think, from a basketball brain perspective, don't you think FAU at least has the talent and the capability to turn it on when it matters? Or do you just think they're not that good?
No, I just think they're not that good. I think if they didn't make that tournament run last year, they wouldn't even be I don't think they should be an 8 seed by any means. I think they should have been sneaking in, clawing it as an 11. So that seed was already ridiculous. I'm a Big Ten guy, so take that with what you will. I watched the Big Ten a lot. I was not a Northwestern believer, and then kind of watching the Big Ten tournament. I know they lost to, I think it was Wisconsin, the game I watched.
They did.
Yeah, but this team's legit. I think, in my opinion, I think they can defend 1 through 5 super well. And then Boo Boo, he's kind of just that dude. He's really he's something else. Watching him in person was like, holy shit. He might actually be that guy. And FAU was on my TV every Sunday. So I tuned in every Sunday. They played USF, some kind of team. And every Sunday I was pissed off because I was like, holy shit, this team is bad. I'm so sick of watching this team. So yeah, I was going to fade them regardless. And then they got Northwestern and I was like, perfect. Northwestern plus money, plus 120. I think I got it out. So yeah, it's 500 to win 1,100 or something. Yeah, it's my favorite play round one.
Wow. Okay.
I hate FAU. And I'm not a guy who can sit here and give you this team shoots this from 3 and rebounds. It's just eyes. Eye test is probably 90% of my betting.
That's what I want. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not big analytical guy. Respect that, but that's not really what I care to hear quite as much. I like the eyes, the gut, and the plum plays. Yep. Can you just real quick agree with me on a couple things, or not agree with me, but give me your thoughts on these upsets? I feel like there's 2 really trendy upsets in this region. Sorry, I'm going to pull the bracket back up. With San Diego State going down to UAB and with BYU going down to Duquesne. I say it doesn't happen. If you want to take one or both of them with the points, that's fine. San Diego State was my darling last year. Offensively, they're awful. They're atrocious, but I do think their defense is still very good. I think they're going to put UAB in a blender. I'm going to take UAB team total under, but I would be more confident with BYU running Duquesne out of the gym. Yay or nay?
Yay on the first one. Also, one thing I just want to comment, just looking at the side, I don't think I've noticed this now. So we have this side of the tournament has 3 of the 4 Final Four teams last year and 4 conference winners as far as like the big ones. So, I mean, the East is really screwed. Now I'm like looking at it more. But no, I think San Diego State runs UAB out of the gym. I got Duquesne, locked them in right away at plus 6.5. I think that's up to like 9.5, 10.5. You love me there. Yeah, that's one of those plays I locked in. I can't stand it right now. The thing is, I think Duquesne either wins that game or loses by 20. But if I had to pick an upset, I think it'd be Duquesne. But I don't think UAB stands a chance against SDSU. Some guy was ranting that like you don't ever know what you're going to get with SDSU and Jaden Ledee, and I'm like, Jaden Ledee's a walking 20 and 15 guy every single game. Like SDSU is going to perform. Do I think they beat Auburn? No, but they should handle UAB fairly well. I don't know what that spread is, but they should kill them.
I think San Diego State is 6.5, or they were 7.5. They're down to 7 or 6.5. Money's on UAB. Yeah, you know what though? It's going to be interesting to see what Steam does in this tournament. And right off the bat, I think you're on the opposite side of probably the sharpest play out there. I think a 3-point move is the biggest one that I've seen. So that could be a good thing for you if the sharps get burned early. Last thing I want to ask you about, well, not last thing, but we'll make it quick for the sake of tempo and pace. Because you said you're a Big Ten guy, I was going to gloss over this. I think Illinois is actually pretty legit. As you can tell, I have them going to meet UConn and losing. Do you think they make it this far?
I think they make it up as far as Iowa State, but Iowa State I think has a much harder road. Like I think Illinois, I don't think is going to cover against Morehead State. I think that's going to be a close 14 game. But then I think if they get BYU or Duquesne, they'll roll them. And then Iowa State it'll be interesting to see how Iowa State's just a team that like they don't have any like dudes where you're like this guy will take a game over, but they're just have 5 dudes that come in and are really good. But watching Illinois at the Big Ten tournament this weekend, it was like, holy shit! Like, DeMass didn't even have a good tournament. Terrence Shannon is just better than every single person that went up against. So Illinois looked legit.
I think Illinois is legit. I saw him live once when they beat FAU, and Dumask was awesome. He kind of reminds me of Cam Spencer. I don't know if, like for UConn, I don't know if that's a good comparison or not, but kind of just like a glue guy. And then they got the superstar, and then Coleman Hawkins, mid-major Matt slurps him. I would lean more towards I'm not a fan of, but then sometimes he'll just play like Draymond Green. So I don't know. I'm not a Brad Underwood guy, but I do think they could be dangerous. Yeah. Okay, last thing in this region, we'll move on. Drake and Washington State, I feel like it's a tough matchup. I don't think I see anybody on Washington State. I feel like sharps and squares are going to be on Drake here. Don't feel confident about it. I don't think I'm going to put my money on it. Do you have a play in that game?
I have a big play in that game. So like I said, I live in Des Moines. Where's Drake at?
I couldn't tell you. I thought it was in Chicago.
But yeah, I've been to like 4 games this year. The Drake team's good. Like, I mean, I think only people watched them against Indiana State. They're legit. So I'm high on Drake. I locked them in right away when it came out at plus 105 or plus 110. I think they're minus 130 now. Mm-hmm. So I got that back. Yeah, I think I was going to bet them regardless. So take that with what you will.
Okay.
I got Washington State. I think that's probably the worst 7 seed in the tournament. So it was a no-brainer for me. I don't think Washington State's very good just from watching them all year.
Okay.
I'll probably fade them. But yeah, I agree. Everyone's on Drake. It's a little scary.
It is a little scary, but those plays tend to hit. So it's not it's not like anything that would just dictate my play in this game because the chalk plays do tend to hit. So I'm okay sitting that one out. Do you respect North Carolina? Yes or no?
I do until I filled out a bracket today, and I'm like, I can easily see them losing that second game. And I have Michigan State too. Like I said, I think Michigan State's going to beat Mississippi State, and I think Michigan State could easily beat North Carolina. So, like I said, it's buy low spot on Michigan State. Everyone's selling on them. I mean, we'll see.
That's right where I'm at. So I didn't know if I'm off here. I think if I watched Mississippi State, I loved what I saw from them. I watched Michigan State maybe twice this year. They didn't really do anything for me. So just from that, I would want to play Mississippi State. But then I started to think to myself, who the fuck wants Michigan State? Especially after the Bulldogs just beat the shit out of Tennessee. So I'm going to play the under first half in that game and sweat it tomorrow. It's going to be a POD. I might even make it a 2-unit play. But I'm not going to go crazy. What? I'm sorry. What's that?
I'll ride that.
I feel like it's just going to be. I don't know. Mississippi State's got good defense. They got big dudes. They got dogs. And Michigan State, I don't know that they're necessarily going to come out and fucking light the world on fire. Do you know anything about St. Mary's and Grand Canyon? Because I don't know a goddamn thing. But I have to pick a 12 over a 5. So I ended up because that's just the trend. Yeah. And I feel like I don't like all the other ones. So that's the one I went with. Do you like it or not?
Fun fact for you, when you commented the one time when I said I got classes and you said, oh, you're going to school? I'm taking classes online at Grand Canyon. So I am a Grand Canyon lopes up. Yeah. So I'm on them big.
Okay, but outside, that's actually hilarious. W's online classes at Grand Canyon. Someone said it's a private school. Is it a private school?
It's a Christian school.
Oh, it's a Christian school.
Yeah.
All right, W God. So here's what I would ask you, though. Outside of that, no bias. Do you think they can beat St. Mary's?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched them a lot. They're legit. Their pace is second to none. They've got a couple of dudes on their team. I just think they got more hoopers on their team than St. Mary's, and you win in March with hoopers. I think St. Mary's has got Mahaney, and that's about it. I know Saxon, whatever, he's a defensive stud, but I don't think he's a hooper by any means.
Bro might walk on.
I tried. I asked.
Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm going to stick with that. I'm probably even going to play it. I have no thoughts on Alabama Charleston, to be honest with you. I don't think it upsets. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Alabama.
Okay. And then the last game I want to ask you about in this region is Clemson, New Mexico. Well, and then I want to hear who you have coming out on it. But this one is tough. A lot of guys that I respect are on New Mexico. I feel like everybody is off of Clemson. I had Clemson to win the ACC. Stake had Clemson to win the ACC. I thought Clemson was pretty good. I bet on them this year. Where they fucked me and really pissed me off was at home against Virginia. I think they were 4-point favorites and they lost outright. But now, who's the guy they have? PJ Hall or something? Like, they've got some dudes. Now I feel like everybody's off of them. They're scaring me. And I do think, I put this in the newsletter, if Clemson gets past New Mexico, I don't know that I really am that scared of Baylor this year. Maybe I'm just way off, but I feel like they can make a run. So I feel like there is some value there. But if gun to my head, I'm probably going to go New Mexico. Do you have a play in this game?
Yeah. So New Mexico's kind of been my darling all year. So yeah, I'm big on New Mexico. But it kind of depends on how Junior, how he plays, because sometimes he plays like legit the worst player I've ever watched in my life, and then when he doesn't, that team's ran so well. I like JT Toppin. I like that. I mean, DJ Dent, Donovan Dent. I mean, that whole team is a bunch of hoopers. But I haven't really watched Clemson this year, if I'm being honest. I feel like I never bet on them or against them. I haven't watched them. Jeff was high on them. So Jeff said Jeff's high on Clemson. I'm not. I mean, I already locked in New Mexico. I think whoever wins that game is beating Baylor. So like you said, I think they're Sweet 16 bound. Whoever wins that game. So, but I'm on New Mexico for sure.
Okay. Good to know. And then just quick thoughts on Arizona. I ended up adding them. I kind of rode with Stake on that one. Beginning of the year, I went Duke. He went Arizona. Arizona hasn't impressed me from just the few times I have got my eyes on him. But I do like that team. That's kind of not necessarily forgotten about, but a little bit written off, I think, for a 2 seed. Unless I'm wrong, if you see a lot of people taking Arizona, correct me. But I saw 15-1. I thought that was a pretty good number. And what I liked most, and I'll pull the bracket back up, was the draw. Like, that's really the big reason I wanted to add one more team. I already had FAU and Duke. Both are not hitting, but I wanted to add one more team. I didn't want them to be in the same region as FAU or Duke. So I like the draw. Do you think Arizona can win it?
I don't know if they can win it. I think they can win their region, and then it's just kind of depends luck of the draw. I mean, it depends who they get. I was kind of wondering why. I think I just saw you and a couple other guys were on Arizona. I was just like, what is making you on Arizona? Like, I'm not sure, but I definitely think they're forgotten about. Like, I was on them last year with Jeff. They were my champ last year, and I remember watching them in Des Moines lose to Princeton in some dirty basement. And I was just fucking so pissed. And I was like, I'm never betting on that team again. So I did bet on them all year. So no, I think they can win their region, and then it's kind of just let's see what happens. If they match up with UConn, it's probably over with.
Yeah, I think UConn would kill them. I'm not a big Caleb Love guy. I don't know if you are. And then I'm going to move on to the other side. But Dave Martinez asked, "Do you have any thoughts on Nevada, Dayton?"
Yeah, I see you're on Dayton. I don't know if you've watched Dayton a bunch this year. I've probably watched them 2 or 3 times. I think they're horrible. I just think they're really, really bad. So I think Nevada with Lucas and Blackshear, Nevada's got some dudes. I'll take some dudes over watching Dayton's just boring. Dayton's just not a team I want to bet on.
Okay.
That line scares me though. The line moving a little bit, and just I think the sharps are on Dayton a little bit, which they should. It's gross. I just don't think that one's paying.
Dayton's a gross play as a 7?
I think so. If people have watched both, but the Mountain West sucks, it seems like. But maybe Colorado State turned that around, and hopefully Boise State does too.
I would say the two matchups that I probably have like the least read on are probably Dayton, Nevada, and TCU, Utah State. All right, what time is it? 11:52. All right, we're doing okay. We'll fly through these. All right, which one is this? The South. So this is where my darling this year is going to come from. I don't know if you like it, love it, hate it. Big Ten, Nebraska. So what first caught my eye, I had no intention of really leaning into Nebraska here. What caught my eye was the spread when they opened against Texas A&M. I thought it was interesting that they opened up as a 3-point favorite on a neutral against Texas A&M. Maybe you think that's right, but I can tell you right now, a lot of smart people and a lot of sharps did not. They did not agree with that number. They saw value with A&M, and they hit the Aggies. I think that was the first line I saw move. I think it was 3 down to 1.5 quickly. Now I think it's even down to 1. So I'm not over here trying to, just say it's fake sharp and fade the sharps, just because I do think there's something there with the line and the respect that Vegas has for Nebraska. But then I looked at the team, how they ended the season, won 6 of 7 games. And that loss that they had, Biev, was against your Ohio State, which was a new and improved Ohio State.
Yeah.
It was a pretty dangerous Ohio State. And then the last thing, I love how they took it. They lost. They didn't cover to Illinois, granted, but Darren Chin had 40 points. I think Illinois is good, but they had 51 points. They came out and punched Illinois in the fucking mouth in the Big Ten tournament. I like that. I think they're live. And so I that's my upset. That's my darling. I only think they get to the Sweet 16. Thoughts on Nebraska?
Yeah. So I was at the game where they played Illinois. I was on Nebraska plus 4.5, and it was like, yeah. I literally was like tweeting that it was over. Like, let's go. At least we got Nebraska. And then it was like, I don't know what Brad Underwood said to them at half, but holy shit. Illinois came out. But Nebraska, that first half looked like the best team in the Big Ten. Like, I was like, this team should roll whoever they get tomorrow. But no, I'm on Nebraska over A&M. It's tough taking an 8 seed and having them going far. I will say, because it's like they get that 9 seed and it's like basically a pick 'em. If they lose that game, your bracket's completely fucked. So it's like a 1 seed losing almost when you take an 8 seed. So for bracket wise, that's tough. But yeah, no, I'm on Nebraska all over A&M. MJ hates it. I know a couple people hate it, but I don't think A&M's all that.
Yeah, I've only watched them once. The time I did was really, really bad because it was when they played Tennessee in a revenge spot for Tennessee, and they looked absolutely fucking terrible. But they do have some nice wins. That's enough Nebraska talk for me. All right, so a couple of interesting matchups in this tournament. I don't know if you think this is a 12-5 that sees the upset, but again, another Big Ten team. Do you think Wisconsin can make a little bit of a run?
Wisconsin's that team I've never thought was very good. Like, they don't have many dudes that I'm like, oh, that guy's gonna be a game changer other than AJ Storr. But like watching him in person, I'm like, this team's just good. Like, they defend everyone. They're kind of big, and they shoot when they need to. So like, I'm not buying the James Madison hype. They didn't play anyone. I know they're everyone's darling, but I think Wisconsin covers. And
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm going to that game. Unfortunately, it's fucking 9:40. It'll probably go off at 10. I'm going to need 2 espressos at 8 o'clock, but I think the atmosphere is going to be awesome. I'm going to probably be on Wisconsin to win. Greg hates Duke. He is really hopeful Vermont's going to beat Duke. I don't think that's happening. I think Duke is going to not necessarily shock people, but I think they beat Vermont, and then against Wisconsin's a coin flip game, so I don't really necessarily love it. Texas Tech and NC State. I'm on Texas Tech. I saw Jeff Rosa's POD is Texas Tech. I called dibs, so just make sure he knows he's in the back of the fucking line. I'm really obviously it's fading NC State and the hype and the miracle run, but I don't know. I said this yesterday on my stream. I always need a Big 12 team to make a run, and I feel like it's Texas Tech. Mid-major Matt, when I told him this, said he didn't even respectfully disagree. He just disagreed, then said I'm way off here. Do you have any thoughts on Texas Tech?
Yes. I'm going to take dibs over both of you. I locked this in at 4.5. So, I win. I don't know if anyone's got it at 4.5 still. So I locked this in right away, Texas Tech. Unless it's down to 4.5 again, I hope not. But, yeah, no, I took them right away. I love fading. I haven't watched a ton of Texas Tech this year as far as like betting on them, but NC State I know is not good. Congrats on your Mickey Mouse run that you beat. Granted you beat some good teams, but come on. Like, it's NC State. It's up on DJ Burns. That team is fucking god awful.
Yep.
So I'll gladly fade. Yeah, I'm on Texas Tech.
All right. I love to hear that. So you're on Nebraska and you're on Texas Tech. This is the region of collab. And you know what happens every time I'm on the same side as you? It's bad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be prepared for pain. I'm not nuking anything. The last question I have for you in this bracket, and again, if you have any strong leans or anything, feel free to just stop me.
Yeah.
I don't really have a good enough read on this Florida matchup. I don't think Oakland's beating Kentucky. Marquette and Western Kentucky. Now, this is a very stupid thing of me to do. I had to get my one cute upset in there. I don't think it's going to be South Dakota State over Iowa State. I didn't really love Marquette that much. I kind of think they just really get by with a lot of fluky threes. Granted, they were without Kolek, and I think they're going to get him back. I don't know if they get him back for round one. So I was like, fuck it. I'll go Marquette to go down in round one. But then I also said, out of spite, in case, because sometimes you're just way off on a team and then they make you look like an idiot. Mm-hmm. I did put a half a unit on Marquette to win it all at 35-1. So yeah, again, it's just a total spite play. Do you think where do you have Marquette losing in your bracket?
I got to see the bracket first.
I'm assuming you haven't beating Western Kentucky.
I do, but Jeff is a guy that's very high on Marquette. He thinks and I'm not. I don't know what people see in them. I just don't think they're that
totally
good,
agree.
to be honest. Yeah, and when you play with your out of player for so long, you kind of get in a groove without him. And when he comes back, it kind of fucks that whole thing. I know people think you're just going to be like vibing again and like what it was, but it's not like that. It kind of fucks it up. Cam Jones is going to lose some shots. Everyone's going to lose some shots. So I don't think it's going to go as well as people think. If I had to pick a 15 seed, it'd be Western Kentucky.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have them winning, but I'm not going to be surprised when it happens.
Love it. Love to hear that.
I do think they play. I mean, I think they'll kill Florida. I think Florida's not a very good team, so I don't think they have much to worry about if they can get past them.
Right.
I'm not a big Florida fan.
Last region, the Midwest. Okay, again, another Big Ten team here. Steak is on Purdue. He thinks it's the year of Purdue. I can't get there with Purdue. I don't know. I mean, I don't like Matt Painter. Edey is I respect him. He seems like a nice guy too. I don't think he's like a douchey, type of dude. I could be wrong, but I just can't. I can't passionately put money behind this team when I can't even enjoy watching them play because it's just fucking 35 free throws for Edey, and then the other white guys hitting fucking threes. Like it doesn't really do it for me. So I'm out on Purdue. I have them making it and losing to Kansas. Do you think Purdue wins it all?
I don't know. I was a little surprised. I thought people would be kind of off on Purdue and kind of be
me too.
Purdue again after they lost, but it was a complete opposite. It was like I've never seen more people on Purdue in my life after they've continued to F everyone. I was kind of on a Purdue kick before they lost in the Big Ten tournament. So I sneak nuked $400 on Purdue to win the Big Ten tournament.
Oh my God.
Totally sweating that game, even though they sold the cover. Yeah, when they lost to Wisconsin.
Yep.
And it was like, I don't know. Braden Smith's a stud. Edey obviously is what he is. And then I think Jones is also a guy who is good on both ends. Like they have the guys. I just don't think they're deep enough. And Lawyer's been kind of a janitor this year. He's been pathetic. If Lawyer was having a good year, it'd be a different story with Purdue. But he's like when your other two guard isn't doing anything or producing anything and can't hit open shots, I'm not a big fan. And they're guys that come in, they can double Edey because they have so many dudes on the team who can't shoot. So, I mean, if you can't shoot with four dudes, it makes Edey a lot easier. So, yeah. I don't know. I think Purdue can get farther than they usually do. I don't think they have the power to win it. They'll lay a dud at some point, whether it's the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I agree. And we'll get to Tennessee, but Tennessee is one that's kind of piquing my interest here, put on by Freddie Mills. I don't know if you're familiar with Freddie. I have absolutely zero read on Utah State and TCU. I'm happy to pass on that game. Do you think, like I think, McNeese State might be the trendiest dog in the tournament?
Oh, it's without a doubt the trendiest dog. We had a guy, Spaces, go on. We had like 400 people in the Spaces, and a guy came on.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, he was like a trainer at McNeese, and he was like, Will Wade yells at these guys. I'm like, dude, so you're like, his only sell job was that they yell at these guys. And I'm like, I think every coach yells. If that's all you got for me, then I'm good on that. So I'm not big on McNeese. They haven't played anyone. Like, I get none of these guys to play anyone, but you can look good against. I mean, they're playing like teams I played against when I was in college. Like, this isn't impressive. Like, I saw one thing they played Biblical Studies. They won by 30 against Biblical. Congratulations. Like, I know Gonzaga's not great, but come on, give me a break.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I wish I didn't just bet on Gonzaga because they lost to St. Mary's, I think, and I watched a little bit of it before I was going out to dinner, and I was like, oof, I did not like this team at all. And people kept saying like, oh, it's the worst Gonzaga team in a long time, and I was like, ooh, let me fade that narrative, and I was like, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
I just can't. Yeah, I can't get there with McNeese because of how trendy it is, and I saw that Barstool clip too, and I didn't even know their schedule, so that's pretty pathetic. The last couple games, I think these are some of the best matchups right here. At least like some of the most intriguing. 1, 2, 3. These 4 games right here. Kansas, now that they don't have McCullough, I still don't think they're going to go down. But I don't know a damn thing about Samford. Do you have any upsets right here between Akron, Oregon, and Samford?
Not really. Like I'm not high in Kansas by any means. I think they suck with McCullough and suck without him. So
Yeah.
I think I mean, I don't think it's that big of a difference. They're just underperformed all year. But no, I think I don't know if Oregon wins. That's a tough one. I can't tell if MJ was trying to sell me that South Carolina was sharp. I think it's pretty square because Oregon won the Pac-12, that makes them the square look. But I'm like, South Carolina's beat everyone and anyone all year, so
Yeah.
I don't think you can convince me. Out of that game's gonna suck. Whichever one I bet, whatever one I bet will lose. So no, but I think that this tournament's gonna rock. There's a lot. First round's gonna fuck. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, last question I got for you, Biev, and then we can wrap it up. I appreciate it. By the way, anybody that's in here, Shady Biev on Twitter, you are part of the Ramble crew, which I'm a big fan of. You guys are excellent during, especially during college baseball or basketball.
Yeah.
The last one I wanted to ask you about, I have Akron against Creighton. I did take them. I'm going to take them with the points. I picked them just to be cute in my bracket. I might sprinkle on them. I think this is probably going to be a Marquette situation where I'm not high on Creighton, but maybe nobody else is, and they just win by 40. But I don't know, man. Last year this happened to me. I fell in love with Creighton. I was at the Big East tournament. I put 5 units on them. I thought they lost on purpose. And then everybody was getting high on them in the tournament again. And I think they lost to San Diego State. It was a pretty close game. They looked good. I don't know that they're better than last year. Maybe I'm wrong. But they're not. I'm not falling for Creighton. I feel like Creighton is just like that fucking come here, little free candy fucking white van. So I don't know. Are they really going to go on the first round? Not necessarily, but I'm just curious. Are you high or low on Creighton?
So I bet Creighton 35-1, I think, to win it all before they beat UConn. I knew they were going to beat that game where they were minus 2.5. I mean, you knew they were going to beat UConn when that line came out.
Yep.
So I took them that. And then I bet a minus 12.5 right when the lines came out. I think that's my least favorite bet I took. I think that's going to be a dogfight with Akron. So I'm scared of that one. I don't think they lose first round, but I don't think they cover. So I'm already annoyed with that bet that I took.
Fair enough.
We'll see. I don't know. You got to have depth to win in March, and Creighton has 0. So I think last year's team was much better than this year's, but we'll see. I also think the field last year was a little bit better than what they got going on in their region. So we'll see.
Good point. And last question: Do you think Tennessee can make a run?
No.
Wow.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not high in Tennessee.
Okay.
I know Jeff would hate me if he heard me saying that, but yeah, no, I'm not a Tennessee guy.
Who's Beef got in pocket other than Creighton?
I got some good ones actually. That's ones I'm Creighton at 35-1, Iowa State at 36-1, Houston at 9-1, and I have North Carolina at
you do
12-1. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was early. I got it like the worst value ever. That was when they were good.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I got them at the worst time.
When I saw them play UConn in Madison Square Garden, I couldn't believe how many fans traveled, and like just the look of them, their appearance, they look like they could play with a fucking professional team. So I get falling for it. All right, man. Well, thanks. It's been 35 minutes.
Yeah,
I appreciate you running down the bracket again. Anybody here, give Beef a follow, and W Ramble, always down to support you guys. Big fan. So thanks for making the time. I appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right, see you, Beef. Good shit. Well, I think for the most part, I like the reassurance I have on some of these plays. Again, the problem is every time I'm on the same side as Beef, this shit doesn't hit. And I respect Beef as a bettor. I think he's a ball knower. Love the content on Twitter. I'd like to hit a play on the same side as the guy. You know? Fucking Texas Tech and Nebraska. If both of those can go through the hoop, I'm going to be elated. W Beef, thanks Beef. W Beef, W Beef. Need him after round 2. Yeah, he's a funny dude. Grand Canyon ball boy is smart with the ball. That's very funny. Solid spread. What's up, BP Marco on YouTube? Oh, wait. Oh no, you're on Twitter. Sorry. I keep calling it Twitter, by the way, and not that I give a fuck, but somebody corrected me the other day. They're like, it's X. It's X. I was like, shut the fuck up. MJ with a new sub bang. We've got M4's 414 Bane Lonzo. What's up, B? With a follow. Book of Chew with a Ray. Oh, I already said that. MJ said Biev sucks high key. That's actually funny. High key is funny. Shady B with 5 sub banks. Appreciate that. Lonzo, what's up? The guy just follows. He gets served steak tartare from a Grand Canyon. Iowa resident. You love that. Blaine, Cuddlebutt. Cuddlebutt's actually a troll, I think, but that's okay. We need trolls. You know what I mean? They keep us honest. Handsome Duck 27. Please say thank you to Beef. Thanks for making the time again. I appreciate that. You know, it's funny. I still haven't placed a bet. But I need to place a bet. It's time to start pressing buttons. It's time to start getting the worst of numbers, starting with BYU. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say BYU minus 9.5. That is hilarious, though, that Biev jumped in on Duquesne. I can't say I blame him because, you know, I think Sharps really actually like BYU early in the season. I think they've kind of recognized BYU might have some value. And I think I remember somebody told me or DM me or tagged me or something to win it all. Like they were like 66-1 or some shit. MJ, what is that? Let's start with the golf. Oh, we already did golf. MJ roll Broncos, baby. What are the Broncos? Oh, Boise State. Let's talk about the board today. Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk about the board today. DGen Weekly. What is this? Which state is Boise located in? Idaho. Yeah, I fucked that one up. You know why I fucked that up? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now why I fucked that up. Because when I was in social studies in middle school, I had this teacher who I thought was pretty hot. I think her name was like Miss Wilson. She was not definitely, but likely banging the PE teacher. But anyways, she was a babe, and I'm talking like 7th grade social studies. And I remember if you got in trouble in her class, she would make you stay after. She would make you stay after class. I forget what you had to do, but you had to do something. And I was like, well, I want to stay after class. So I want to get in trouble on purpose. And we were going through the projector and she was pointing to states and you had to name what the state was. And she pointed to a state and I think like somebody didn't get it. So she said, Idaho. And I said, you are? Fucking zing. Anyways, I didn't focus on Idaho. I didn't pay attention. I was too busy teeing up my joke that made me stay after class. You know what I mean? Nothing ever came up from it though. I thought she might think I was cute, but nothing ever happened. DJ, shut the fuck up. That's my mom. Shut up. You don't know that. No squad pod slander neglecting will be tolerated. Ollie said it best. Way too much CLV on BYU. Duquesne might win. No, they're not fucking winning, but they might cover. I do think that concerns me. You always want to be with the line move. Not always, but you want the better number, right? Like I agree with Sharps long term. Like I get it, but I do think there is such a thing. Remember, everything changes. If you guys listen to that Billy Walters interview with Joe Rogan, I have the book. Fun fact, I was 5 pages in on the book when I was in Savannah. Then I had a buddy who lives in Savannah come and say hi. Not my fault. I would have probably read about 40 pages of that book if my buddy didn't come and fuck things up for me then. Hype Train, Hype Train again, WMJ and Shady, thanks for the or Beef. Thanks for the sub bangs and Beef, thanks for making the time again. Anyways, where was I? Oh, he said he knows like 50 or he knew 50 of the best cappers in the world. And at some point they became losing bettors because you have to adapt. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes the people with money that move the markets, their winning strategies become losing strategies. You know what I mean? So you can't just blindly always follow Sharps and the line movement and expect to win money. That shit's going to change. So I think sometimes you want to be on the opposite side of steam. You know what I mean? You don't just want to do it intentionally. Like I'm only making this bet because I want to fade the Sharps. But I don't think that you have to be too concerned. Obviously, you much rather have fucking 9 than 6.5. But I don't think BYU is going to win that or going to lose that game. I just don't. Maybe I'm way wrong. The only thing I like about Duquesne though is they're in Pittsburgh, and I love blue collar states. I love the Rust Belt. I love it. I love a roll your sleeves up, fucking change your own oil. I respect the shit out of that, because I'm a bitch. Can't really do any of that stuff. I'm like semi-handy, but I can't. I don't know if I think I could change a tire. I've never changed a tire. I'm sure I could figure it out. Dogs, exactly, Bats. Yep. Why is every game an 11-point spread? It's unwatchable now. Fading Steve is the move, especially for speed. Remember when you moved the market on that rushing yard prop? Yeah, Skylar Thompson. Is that what you're talking about? Skylar Thompson? That was at Foxwoods, right? I always forget which one it was. Hold on. Which one was it? It was the one in Connecticut. It's really good. It was really good. Yeah, Skylar Thompson over 8.5 rushing yards. I put it in the kiosk. I put $100 and moved to 9.5. I guess hold on. Sorry about to leave the garden. Hold on. Mohegan, not Foxwoods. Mohegan. Mohegan's got the good one. The books were scared. You had a mathematical edge. Yep. I thought DJ was going to tell us he relates to the Rust Belt and was tough as shit. No. I wish I had that in me. Dude, when I stopped in Pittsburgh, when I was driving to Chicago and I stopped and went to Permanente Bros, I parked my car. I got out. I maybe just walked, went to the restaurant, ate, left, got in my car and drove around the city. And my man card was taken. I was like, everybody in this fucking city is tougher than I am. That's for sure. Beeman, you want to tell DJ who plays basketball today? Is it the Raptors? Let's talk about the board today, shall we? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we fucking got. We got some games to talk about. Let's do it. I'm hungry. What am I eating for lunch? I had steak and eggs this morning, too. I'm fired up. I already hit the sauna for 20 minutes. I've not worked out, though. I did 50 push-ups yesterday without stopping. No big deal. You know what I mean? I don't have to fucking work out today. My chest is on fire. Talk to me about the NIT. You watching a Pirate game at PNC this year, DJ? La Barbera, I'm going to really try. What I'd like to do is go to We Keep in Secret, say? Who are you talking about? You talking about me? No, you ate steak. Pause. GG's. What are you talking about? I want to go to a Steelers game and time it up with the Pirates. That's what I want to do. Booker is the mayor of Philadelphia, but you've had a good pulse on KD props. Oh. Talk to me about the NIT and the fucking play-in game, if you guys don't mind. Talk to me about the NIT and the play-in game. Montana State and Grambling. I can't. What do you want me to do? Next week is MLB. We got PODP coming on the show. March 27th. PODP is going to be on. Steak and Greg will be on. I can't wait because I know where Pete stands on the Rays. And Greg has a little crush on Pete because he likes fucking smart, nerdy people. You know what I mean? And Hype Train level 2 W's. And Greg is not going to be happy when his little POD Pete man crush says what he has to say about the Rays. That's right, Greg. I hope you're fucking listening, motherfucker. Here's the problem. Montana State looks just like Howard did yesterday. But do we think that type of scenario is going to happen again? And I know what you're going to say. Every game's different, DJ. Shut up. Montana State, 4.5-point favorite. Very popular. Looks like consensus-wise, everybody likes Montana State. I don't really know why. 17-7, 6-4 in their last 10. Grambling's 9-1 in their last 10. Maybe the competition. Maybe the metrics. I don't know. Montana State, I'd probably go Montana State. I would do the opposite of yesterday. That's what I would do. I'd do the opposite of yesterday. So yesterday, the trendy favorite went down, and the sharp dog went down. So you had Howard go down to 3.5-point favorite. You had Virginia lose. Look, I made bad bets. Bad bets. But if you bet Virginia yesterday, I think it's the opposite. Maybe it's Montana State and it's Boise. Do you really think the average bettor wants to lay 4.5? No, I don't. PODP man crush cracks me up every time because I can see it without knowing Greg. Exactly. He gets such a hard on Greg's best man. This guy, Ray, he went to Dartmouth, Ivy League guy, super smart, hilarious dude. Greg just fucking drools anytime he meets some of his Dartmouth buddies. Just loves smart people. Loves it. Because Greg is like 50% buttoned up, got his shit together, kind of guy. Suitcase, suit, ready to go. But then the other half, he's ready to fucking party. Dog off a leash. You should have seen this guy in Vegas at my bachelor party. Animal. Anyways, let's keep going. Seton Hall. That's a pretty big spread. St. Joe's. I got no interest in that one. Indiana State. Ooh. Ooey gooey Indiana State. They're going to be pretty popular today. You know it. You know what the world doesn't want to see. You know what the world does not want to see. They don't want to see Indiana State go down. They don't want to see Indiana State go down. Beeman with a sub bang to Jovale. Jovale, hee-hoo. Jovale, hee-hoo. Pony up, D-Gen. I can do it. I can see it. SMU. SMU is 11% of the bets, 25% of the money on the money line. I like it. I fucking like it. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. You remember when Greg said he liked SMU? Dude, I'll never forget it. You know what's hilarious? I posted that rant on Twitter. On TikTok. That thing got it was my best performing TikTok. It got 22,000 views and a ton of comments. And it's because half the comments were laughing at Greg's dumbass talking about fucking SMU as a 12-point favorite. I'm no longer a supporter. MJ, I almost canceled my subscription when you said you wanted to expand the bracket, you motherfucker. That's okay. I like outlandish takes, but that one I could not agree with. Not even an ounce of me could agree with that one. It's plenty of teams. 68 teams is enough. Okay, interesting thing I saw regarding tonight's Colorado and Boise State. Colorado odds reach on 435. Boise State. Oh. But I told you before live, Pirates Steelers, both fun though. Yes, you did. You did say that. Yep. Get MJ on. Yeah, for sure. I'll get MJ on next time. I don't know why I didn't ask MJ, to be honest with you. All right. Let's go to MJ. We'll get you on second round. All right. Loyola, Chicago, Bradley. No interest. I like Montana State. That's it. Bowling Green. I don't know a damn thing about Bowling Green. Tarleton State. No, thank you. Abilene Christian. Ooh, in-state rivalry. By the way, seriously, not even kidding. I'm pretty sure the last 3 squad pods that I have not made graphics for have all hit. Purdue at Illinois. FAU on the road, I think, against North Texas, and then St. John's against UConn. You think it's more than 3? Dude. That means the squad pod is 12-4. And you know what? That record stands. I don't give a shit because it's on tape. Let's be honest. If I'm making a graphic of me with a squatty potty and I say the record is 12-4, which it is, instead of 9-4, is anybody really going to care? Is that going to move the needle that much? No. Purdue was the most controversial squad pod. Yeah, it was. I guess Celtics only lose 3 home games on year, huh? Damn, Celtics are good, dude. Celtics are going to win it all. 4-0 in NIT yesterday. Might say fuck March Madness and keep it. There we go, Dave. We need NIT sharps. Come on. I'd love it. Man, I just got really hungry. Why did I get so hungry? Because I'm yapping up a fucking storm over here. Waking App. Ooh. I do think App State's going to be a trendy dog there, though. It might be Wake Forest. Who does Biev have winning the dance? Biev had a couple guys, or a couple teams. He had Houston. He had UNC, but he got it really early. He had Iowa State, and he had Creighton. I don't like Creighton. I don't think UNC is going to win. The other two are fine. We need a D-Gen diaper squad pod graphic. Oh, yeah. It would be generational. I'm telling you, the world is fucked now that I got my hands on this ARI meme. All right, let's keep going. Cincinnati, 6.5. San Francisco, no thanks. You think San Francisco is going to go into Cincinnati and win? I don't. What the fuck do I know? I had USC winning this, or UCF winning this fucking tournament. Villanova. Now that's one that could go down. I mean, do we really respect Villanova? Fuck it, guys. Let's fade the steam. I'm down. Let's go Boise. I like Boise. I like Montana. It's kind of it. Bearcats getting a lot of respect. Unk, how many push-ups did you end up cranking out? I was Corpus. 50 on the nose. There's a little controversy because when I got up, I went, 40. I'd announced how much I was at because I knew it was getting close. Everybody was like, oh, you paused. It doesn't count. Shut the fuck up. Boise is one of the best rebounding teams in the country with the top 25 3-point defense and trendy Rado team who shoots 3 well in soft paint nugget. 09 all-time March Madness. Wow. I like it. Chat was there. Form. Oh, no, the form was crispy, dude. I can do good push-ups. Good bench press, good push-ups. Come on. Thank you, Nutbuster. W Nutbuster. Thank you, Nutbuster. All right, guys. Chat's been chatty today. I love it. I love it. Great work. Emotes are being delivered. Sweet. How do we get the emotes? We're getting emotes. Love bush. Love sign. Why do I get these fucking dorky ass emotes? Why can't I get these cool emotes? What's something fucking cool? Love bush. Love peak. The fuck is this shit? What are these stupid ass emotes? I'm gonna get something cool. All right, let's go to the ice. Let's go to the ice. We got 3 games tonight. 3 games. What do we think? Leafs and Reg. We have to have a talk. Let's talk, baby. Come on. What you got? Let's go Leafs and Reg, huh? You like that? I could fuck with the Leafs. They're better on the road than they are at home. It's crazy. No way. Dude, I did night bot and it fucked everything up. I don't know what I did wrong. Over 5.5 in Kings Wild. Okay. You saw that fucking, I said the most obvious under is going to be Jets Rangers 5.5 and it landed on 6. Really? 4-0 as faves on back-to-back. Really? You like the over? Well, what's interesting is I wouldn't mind fading the Capitals offense, though. That's why I wouldn't play the over, because they just scored 5 goals. They've won 3 in a row. First came back in a long road trip. Count me in for the Leafs. Count me in. Count me in for the Leafs. Capitals were in a fucking playoff spot till Detroit was in OT last night. That team makes me sick to my stomach. All right. I'm in. Sold. Not playing the Stars and Yotes. I can't believe we're going to lose the Coyotes point total. I feel like hockey these days is sore. Fair enough. Yeah, I do too. Might double down, Bert. And then you guys like the Kings. Oh, dude, I'm down for this. Also, you know what? Another thing I said with the Blues and the Avalanche, those were 2 teams that were not good to the over recently. The Blues were terrible to the over. 6.5 was under juiced, and the juice started creeping towards the over. Very interesting. And it went over. Landed 4-3. Let's see what the juice is doing on this. I might fucking tail this shit, dude. I think I'm in. What do we like? What do we know? All right, yeah. Why is Toronto 155 to 130? It's weird. 6 down to 5.5. I like it. Let's go Kings over. I'm fucking in. All right, guys. Should we shut it down? I think that's a wrap. W sub bangs again. Shady, MJ, Larry, Noah, EJ, Willie. A couple of new follows. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Love doing this shit. Great time with you guys as always. Anybody we should raid, or should we just shut it down? Anybody we should raid? Let's see. All I see is like there's like some weird. There's just girls with their tits out on the Twitch homepage. There's just a bunch of girls with their tits out. I can't be raiding this. I cannot be raiding this. Categories we think you'll like. Let's go to sports. It's so funny. Oh, what do we got here? This is
my name is Mike Williams signed with the Jets. I think someone a creator.
We can send you to Owner's Box. Should we go to Owner's Box? Oh, Squad Pod. All right, we'll go to Owner's Box after this. Those guys are live. I always forget those guys are live. Was on Owner's Box yesterday. Had a good time. Squad Pod. DJ asked them what they like tonight. I'll do it whenever we get over there. All right, Squad Pod, ladies and gentlemen. Squad Pod's coming up. We're going to go Squad Pod. Let's make it fun. Everybody's going to be on the Leafs today. I want to do Caps, team total under. Let's do Boise plus 3.5, or the Wild Kings over 5.5. All right. 1 minute. Boom. Poll is started. Go vote. No Buster. Not Nut W. What's up? There's Cornfields, you motherfucker. Corn, I'd love to know your bets in March. Whoa. How'd I get there? Go vote. The Squad Pod is up. The Squad Pod is 12-4 in the motherfucking year. We got the Wild Kings over in the lead. Nope, Boise State's in the lead. 6-5 Boise. Nobody wants the Caps team total under. Nobody wants the Caps team total under. W Nutbuster, by the way. Let's see who got him. Andrew's got one. Gremlin Gamblin, Mr. M4's 414, reverse line movement, and ATV 1 of 1. No Raptors rig poll. Oh, shit. I didn't look at the NBA. God, I got to stop disrespecting my NBA heads in here because they're good people and they deserve better. What do we have in the NBA? 8 games. You like the Raptors? Go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. 10 seconds left. 7-6. It's tight. It's tight. Come on. I'm rooting for the Wild Kings over. 8-6. Oh, I didn't even get my vote in. Boise State. Squad pod. Worried that we got one Mountain West playing tonight. I like the heat of Jimmy Butler's out. Yep. WW Nutbuster. Thank you for the sub banks, guys. Good shit. As always, great time. Squatty potty time. I will make the graphic again. The graphic will revive itself. I'll try to do it on the AI generator. All right, cool. Let's send you guys to Owner's Box Sports. Have a great day. Good luck on your bets. I will see you tomorrow. Live sweat for the POD. I don't know why I did that with my hands. Michigan State, first half under. I'm going to lock this shit in right now. It's time to start pressing buttons. All right. It's time to fucking start pressing buttons. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.